Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, Twitter comic book veteran, and we're talking today. The mouse decided to bite. Oh my God, Disney decided to actually threaten to sue Google. I'm not even making this up. It's kind of crazy. So, for people who know, we do talk a little bit about, quite a bit about the whole AI thing, right? And how it's going to work, how it's going to affect basically entertainment, comics, all of that. And one of the things that me and Yanzi have always stressed is one of the bigger issues with AI is actually copyright. And part of it is like, say, if somebody went out here and tried to AI a comic book based off of Zendaya, and they weren't able to obtain copyright to that book, meaning like all the artwork, all of the writing, everything's like generated by AI, then you can't actually own it. You can make it, you can print it, you can sell it, but so can everybody else. And that brought up a big question. What about copyrighted characters? What has happened when people go out here, just a little backstory here, when people go out here and make, like, say, a Superman AI trailer or a fan film, and they put up to YouTube and it becomes monetized, Warner Brothers is able to yank that money and do a copyright claim, and you can't make money off of it, and any money it generates will go to Warner Brothers. That's the way copyright's going to work. Now, I'm going to take it a step further, and what you're seeing here is like, what if Warner Brothers doesn't like what you did with Superman? Can they actually take it down? So Disney accuses Google of using AI to engage in copyright infringement on a massive scale. And again, here's an example. They wanted Darth Vader, and they got Darth Vader. And Disney could have done this a long time ago, by the way, and there is a reason they're doing it now. So first, let me explain why are they doing this now when they could have done it way back when. And this is back in November, Disney Plus to allow user-generated content via AI. So this is a thing they announced in November that Disney was getting ready to do like an initiative where users could generate AI content and maybe it would be put up on Disney Plus. Now, at the time, me and Yanzi talked about it. I said, why would they do this? Well, interface, right? Interaction. Like you as a fan, maybe you go out here, you make your version of Frozen, maybe impresses Disney and it gets up on Disney Plus and you can tell all your friends about it. On a different extent, Disney would be able to say, Timmy from around the world made this AI thing, and this is a good segue for them to start using AI to do their animation. And let's face it, animation is going down, down, down because of AI. AI is going to be able to do what a lot of people in animation have worked their entire lives to understand how to do. The companies need to kind of get a nice segue into doing AI, and what better way than to have like somebody around the world and like, look at them, and they never thought they could do this. Now they could do it, and humanize AI as much as they can by using, handpicked people of certain demographics that you can put in front of a camera and like, look at what they're able to do because of AI. So why are they suing Google? Why is Google being sued by Disney? Well, because Disney has signed a deal with OpenAI and invested $1 billion into the company. Sora will now be able to AI generate videos based on animated mask and creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Yes, the mouse owns all of that, and this is a big, big deal. So this open agreement, that they're going to sink $1 billion into to basically corner and say, yes, we allow this one company and only this one open AI, Sora, to generate our content. This is their way of trying to police it. Now, over here with Google, Google never got Disney's permission. And this is one of the things like that's kind of the break. AI is going at breakneck speed, and nobody has legally figured out what you can and can't do. Now, technically, Google isn't charging money, I guess, to make these AI models that people are doing. And technically, maybe people aren't making money from it. Although, if you walk around at any mall or shopping mall, you're going to see tons of AI generated T-shirts that are happening, and nobody's blinking an eye at it right now. But I see a lot of copyright lawsuits pending right now. One of the interesting things in this letter that they wrote Google is they were a little bit aggressive with this. They asked for comment. A Google spokesperson said, "We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial relationship with Disney, and we'll continue to engage with them. More generally, we use public data from the open web to build our AI and have built additional innovative copyright controls like Google Extended and Content ID for YouTube, which gives sites and copyright holders control over their content. So they're basically trying to say, well, Disney wasn't enforcing this until now that they're enforcing this. But this is part of the problem with AI is, for people who don't know, normies, is basically surfing anything, any images that have been uploaded to Google, any video, any trailers, anything it's sourcing, right? How complicated is it to actually build these safeguards? And a lot of people have already been skating around certain safeguards, right? There's a way to trick the wording to generate the image you want and stuff like that. And a lot of people are just beating the AI, asking for, nudity, that sometimes nudity is actually slipping through on some of these AI prompts. So I'm curious, if everybody's pounding the hell out of I need a Darth Vader, I need a Darth Vader, even though there's a safeguard there, is there a workaround to eventually get you pretty much a Darth Vader? And how are they going to be able to control this? Because if everybody's asking AI to do it, eventually it's going to break through whatever prompt they put in, or any barrier. They're going to break through it, just like kind of like hacking a system. To me, this is a little fascinating because basically Disney is, because they're getting ready to monetize this and they're getting ready to lean into this, now they're effectively threatening to sue Google, or they're basically cease and desist, and they're accusing Google of knowingly going against their ideas on what you can and can't do. Now, all of this is evil mega corporation shit. But look, if they can knock on Google's door and say, you got to stop, don't think that they're going to knock on your door. Disney has a history of telling people you can't do that. Okay. They do safeguard their characters. And in the case of this cease and desist, I'm going to call it a cease and desist for Google. They're even saying, hey, Google, you went out here with an ad campaign asking people to scan in their action figures so we could make AI prompts. And Google did do this, and they actually showed images trying to prompt people to do this, to scan in their toys. And this was a whole campaign. I was seeing a lot on Instagram where like X-Men toys were moving around and stuff like that with AI. So, I mean, the guilt's there. As far as Disney, it's an open and shut case. It's just, they're only doing it out of greed. Okay, but they want AI to stop anywhere else except where they're going to be able to monetize it. And that's kind of half the problem here. How do you monetize AI? To be honest, cheap animation, especially AI's, looks like a gold mine to people with a streaming platform, right? A platform where you have to generate tons and tons of content to try to get the most bang for your buck and your subscription. AI could be a game changer, especially if in the animation field, right? And again, I hate to say this, but AI animation is probably going to dwarf everything else. Now, my opinion on AI comics is a little bit different because a lot of the utility of comic books is generating copyright. And that is a good way to generate a copyright of something. And you have your human touch on it and you can own it. The AI animation, though, it's a little bit different. You have to prove how much of it was human generated to claim copyright over it. So again, so for normies that don't understand this, basically this is an open closed case with Disney versus Google, because Disney generated all the copyright to these characters before AI. Anybody trying to generate unique copyrighted material with AI, it's still, how much of it has to be generated by a human being for you to be able to possess the copyright of AI material is part of the problem. And that's where the comic field is kind of, at least there's that going for it, that you generate the copyright by drawing the book, writing the book, and then selling it and establishing your copyright on everything that happened in 22 pages. A lot of this is so uncertain going forward, but everybody should take note that a major company said, no, we tell you what you can and cannot do with our characters. And I think a lot of people are of the understanding it's AI. I'm not selling it. I'm not trading your property. I'm just generating this, and I can do this all day long. I'm going to tell everybody out here, especially if you're a normie and Disney's going to try to build a platform where you can go in there and make your own Darth Vader films and all of that. They're, one, going to charge you to do it, and two, they're going to own it. Hands down. So if you come out here and you generate your Star Wars fan film and you come up with this awesome, the best Star Wars story anybody's seen since Lucas, you just gave it to Disney. And worse yet, you didn't just give it to Disney. You actually paid Disney to give it to them. This is going to be one of the most evil things I've ever seen when this comes to fruition. Is basically they're going to charge you to give them your best idea. And they're going to bite on this. There's going to be some fanboy somewhere typing in and generating the one great Luke and Darth Vader scene that he never got to see or something like that. And you just gave it to Disney, and they can then repurpose your idea, take your story, whatever, and that's it. And we're probably going to see tons of people not just generate a good Star Wars idea, but they're going to have a good story, and they're just going to feed their good story into a Disney Star Wars or Marvel or Disney Princess machine in their basic plot. And they're just going to generate all these characters on top of it. And now they own that story. And I guess if there's any takeaway from this video, if anybody's watching this at this point, be cautious. A word of caution in giving mega corporations your best idea. It doesn't ever really work out for the creators ever. And that's talking about Kirby, Siegel Schuster, all of these stories that you can look up where a lot of creators almost end up penniless, and they were actually getting paid to do it. This is very evil that I feel like Disney is trying to invest into a platform that you're going to pay them to give them your idea. And look, a million ideas, eventually there's a great idea in there somewhere, and you paid them to do it. And this is just evil in my opinion. Like, what are corporations going to be but evil? We do make independent comics over here on Nine Lights Comics. These are the comics in our store. Please feel free to go browse it. The link is down below. Let me know what you think of this video. Hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification, and we will catch you guys again with another video.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Truth always hurts worse. Doing good till first, reverse, now you last. Blast of the past. It's cool though. Last card, play it right. Uno. We never let up. Been down forever. Sick man, we fed up. Know that we tired. Wake up the beast that's been sleeping inside. It's time to ride. We ready to slide. Hard-headed, I will not listen. If you do not get it, that's your bag. Keep up in the sky like we see you feet up. Metal meets metal, it's no keeping up. Sniper division, it's no seeing us. This here is earned, ain't no hookups. So if you wanna eat, gotta cook up. Next level on the way, better look up. So if you wanna eat, gotta cook up. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.